frisbee car. Oh, there's literally Yuki. Hey, I'm Amanda and you're watching Girly Pop Go, and this is the hopefully final video from the Austin Grand Prix for 2024. I know, we're into 2025. It's February. Amanda, why is this not done? I know, all right? But you guys seem to really like Paddock tours, and I have this Paddock tour footage. Again, all the same night as our podium tour with our F1 Experiences ticket. So here's all that. It's the Paddock.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the F1 Paddock. This is where the magic happens. This is the behind the scenes of Formula One. Everything on this side is technical related, everything on that side is kind of hospitality and marketing related, okay? So you can almost imagine that this drain that divides the paddock is kind of the split between the two. Everything on this side is pretty much governed by the cost cap. On that side, not so much. You can spend, you're pretty much unlimited in marketing spend, but that side is everything that is covered by the cost cap. So we're going to have a quick walk down this way. We'll have a look at some of the teams, what they're up to behind the scenes, and also have a look at the media package is down that way as well. So there's a couple of ground rules while we're in the paddock. We are allowed to walk around in the roaming area of the paddock, but we're not allowed into the garages or the motorhomes, okay? That's just a strict rule that they have for us. But yeah, myself and Hansel are going to split you guys into two smaller groups, and we'll just basically walk down this way, and then we'll come back up for our next activity. All right, guys? Cool. Okay, so about half you want to go with Hansel and lead the way, and then half of you guys stick with me, and we'll have a walk. All right, walk it down, guys. So they're kind of like little houses, little team houses that the teams use to basically look after the drivers. The drivers have their own rooms, so they can go and chill out, they can have some physio, they can have a sleep, a bit of time. So mechanics, everything go there, and they're fed and watered. You also sometimes get sponsors going in there, so put their own stuff or things that look after their There's the other side, the sort of working side that you see, the other side to the lane. You'll notice that the garages are slightly offset. So the garages, or the position in the pit lane, is dictated by where you finished in the Constructors' Championship last year as a team. And the motorhomes or the team houses don't necessarily match up with the back of the garages, and that's to get the drivers moving and walking around in the paddock. Otherwise they would just make a beeline and just run straight across. But it's just to kind of mix things up a little bit with the paddock.
This is the Pirelli hospitality.
It just runs straight across.
See, they're smart. They fog everything out. They're like, we know. Oh, there's Franco. There's Franco Colapinto. Well, court. I thought that was so funny.
It was fun, man.
The fact that it's in the paddock is what's funny to me.
Everyone's playing pickleball.
Everyone's playing pickleball.
When I'm done a lap, I'm going to jump out. I'm going to do a round.
I brought my pickleball paddle. So
Oh, let's
the
go.
media pen.
Yep. Yeah. So resurface. Yeah. The what we call the media pen. So this is where all the drivers will make their appearances after the session. So to in front of the TV cameras and the broadcasters. So you can see it says there 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's groups of broadcasters all the way around, and they basically will speak to every broadcaster at some point throughout the weekend. But it kind of depends. They don't necessarily have to make an appearance all the time, but it's that they will get selected and they're given that schedule ahead of the weekend. Similar to when they do the press release at the beginning of the weekend, so on a Thursday, the interviews. So they kind of select drivers to appear on that, and that's nominated ahead of time. If you are requested to make an appearance and you don't, there is a fine. Significant fine.
Do you know what the amount is?
I did look it up the other day, but I've forgotten how much it was. But it's a significant amount of money, and yeah, you don't want to miss your allocated slot at the media pen. Both. So it's written into the regulations, and once the request has been made, that becomes the regulations. So it's basically written into their contract. The only way they can get out of it is if they're with the stewards or if they are in the medical centre. So then they can get out of making an appearance.
Like George and Lewis a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where they just have to show up and they can be silent if they want.
Yeah, so I think they have to be shown to be making an effort to, they almost look at it as your overall approach. Yeah. And I think it's probably not going to look too good for you if you're constantly not answering questions. And it's similar to when Max got told off for swearing on team radio. And Yuki obviously got a fine for swearing or saying a derogatory word.
Yes.
So I think they are starting to introduce more rules and guidelines around what you say, how you say it, that kind of thing, which I think is fair, as we've got a much broader audience watching now. But equally, it's important to allow that frustration to be seen and felt and heard.
And there's the F1 Kids broadcast.
Yeah.
Just have them watch that.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think there's a time and a place for colourful language, but I think it needs to be carefully considered. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's a hot topic at the moment. So so just behind us, that's the media centre. So that's where all of the journalists and the media will be based. So they can go and put all their press releases out and all that kind of thing from that base over there. All right, looks like the others have headed back, so we're going to.
Wait.
Jesus Christ. I love my Vessi. Vessi, can you sponsor the video? Thank you.
His credentials today. Which he pretends to do sometimes. In Japan, he came. Well, in Japan, he remembered them and then went back, and then came back as if he had forgotten his credentials. So I don't know if it's a bit he's doing.
I love America. Amen.
There's V-Carb. Oh, there's literally Yuki. Yeah. See when they're eating. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more from Girly Pop Go, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. And hopefully I will have more videos for you soon. And hopefully I will be able to bring you more tours and videos like this once the season kicks off again. See you later.